Hey guys, it's Miki here at T.Skies. We're doing a Monday show. I said 30% off in my little Facebook post. We're actually doing 40%. We'll see you here in just a sec. Hello. Okay, let's just wait. I know people are coming because there was some engagement on. I did a little poll earlier on the Facebook. We've got 2 people. Welcome, guys. So we said 30% off earlier. We're going to be doing 40% on these things. Everything we got here. Let's see. I'm going to wait till people get here. I hate the beginning of the show.
Right.
And you just have to kill time and just rant. Ramble. Hello, Kev. Everybody say hi. Who's here? I like knowing who's in the... Dennis is here. Cool. 20 people. I want those numbers to go up. It's Monday. Does it look too dark, do you think? With the lights off?
No.
I like the vibe.
It looks fine.
Mm-hmm. Yes, 40% off, and there's some big stuff here. So, I got the okay from the headmaster upstairs. I also have a few pieces of Diego Cruz's here. He's directing for me today. He's back there, so we put some of his pieces up. So those are here. Those aren't 40% off. We're doing his prices. That's his deal. All right, everybody's here. Laura, Denise, Trisha, Tracy, Kathy, Clara, Tammy, Pat. Cool. Pat, thank you for all the pizzas that you sent the other day. That was awesome. I completely forgot you were doing it, and then I saw your email, and I walked into the next room, and then the doorbell rang, and the pizza was here, and it was like one of the best things to happen. So it's like perfect job, honestly. All right. This was everything. I made this box up in the gallery. I picked everything with a bunch of straight lines. I went for like some geometric designs. So I guess we can just get into it now that we've got a good crew here, good little crew.
4 people.
Mm-hmm. All right, you want to jump me over here and we'll get started?
Yeah.
This is my least favorite part of this game. Boom. Is that look good? Yes.
Yeah.
What stone is this? Do you know? Is this spiny oyster or coral? It's like pink.
Yeah, it's like in between a red and purple.
The camera's making it look a little bit darker than it is. It's a little brighter than that. But this is from Tommy and Rose Singer. They do a lot of this overlay stuff. Hi guys, Shelly, Kathleen, Gardina, Sharon, and Anke. So this is a pendant. I had it on a ring stand just so it would hang in a cool way, but...
I mean, you could wear it as
yeah, like literally. So this is overlay, which means that they have a solid, it's just like a flat base. You want to help me explain this? Because I feel like I do a bad job.
So essentially we got our base. We have it's 2 layers of metal. The bottom layer, which is completely flat, and then the top layer, which is cut out and soldered into a specific area.
So all these are individual pieces of silver that are cut, shaped, sized to fit in this pattern, this puzzle design that they have. But I think that their stuff always looks like shields, right? Or some kind of like...
It's like very sacred looking.
Atlantis, the Disney movie.
Yeah.
That's the vibe I get a lot from these, especially when they have turquoise because it's blue. Alright, so the original price on this one was $450, and with 40% off, it's $270.
Oh, I accidentally put a number sign.
It's fine. I think they'll figure it out. Oh, you know what? We missed all the beginning stuff. Let's go back to camera 1. We just got into it. How do you buy things? So all you have to do, if you're interested in any of these pieces, is just say sold number, whichever piece you're interested in. Put that in the comments. That claims it for you. We have a chat line, so I can see the exact to the millisecond when something got posted. So that's how we figure out who is first between Facebook and YouTube. I know there's a delay on one side of it, but we do our best to keep it as fair as possible. We are doing layaway today, so if you have an order of $250 or more, we can break that up into 4 payments of 25%. The first one is non-refundable, but then you get 1 a month until it's paid off, and if you want to pay it off early, then we can do that too. That's super easy. So if you just want to put it on layaway and put that initial payment down to lock something down, and then in a month or two you just pay the rest off, we can totally do that. It's me that does. I handle all of it myself, so.
There's also Klarna if you don't want to make Miki do all that work.
Yeah, there's like 100 layaways that just I take care of, so. But Klarna is a third-party thing. You pick them at checkout, and they run your credit, and they you can pick a plan with them to pay everything off. They handle it all. I've never really messed with it, but as far as I understand, it's pretty easy to use. Okay, is there any other, all the legal stuff we have to say? We went over how to buy. We went over layaway. This is T.Skies, the Turquoise Skies. We're a jewelry shop in Albuquerque, New Mexico.
I mean, if you have new watchers today, if you decide to buy something today and you get something,
all we need is your email address. So once you get that to us, we can invoice you. I put a command in there with my name, so you can just message me on. You can either email us there at hello@tskies, or you can message me on Facebook. That goes straight to me. I have it up on my computer. When you send an email, it goes to one person who sorts it to. Sometimes things get lost. So if you just message me right there, I can get your email right away and get you squared away.
And then after the show, everything will be posted on the Inner Circle.
And the Inner Circle is our private Facebook group, where we do preview posts after the show. If whatever's left over, we'll take pictures of and post on there. So if you missed the show and you weren't able to make it while it's live, the sale goes for 24 hours after the show. So show ends at what? 4:35. So then you have until 4:30 tomorrow, essentially, to still get that discount. And we're pretty lenient on that too. So it's me that does it. So I'm pretty chill, I like to think.
I think that's all.
That's it. Cool. Let's go back to the pendant. So Spiny Oyster, Tommy and Rose Singer. Tommy passed away in a motorcycle accident a few years ago, and Rose just still signs it with both of their names. Here's their. Let's see if I can get this. In that glare. So there's their signature right there. Come on. Is that coming through for you?
It's a little blurry, yeah.
I think it's the light, yeah. So you can see it. That's the best I think I can do. But you can see it up top, TNR Singer, and then the Sterling stamp beneath it. Oof. I'm sorry, guys. I'm real bad at the camera part. Alright, come on. So Spiny Oyster Pen, it's about, what, 2.5, 3 inches long, you think? If you had to guess.
I would say about, yeah. Oh, it depends on if you include the bail.
So the pendant itself is about 2.5. With that bail, it puts it to about 3.5. So hanging, it's about 3.5 inches. But that is so rad. And, I mean, you could wear it as a ring, too. I don't know what size it is. I'm sure size are back here. Alright. We'll do a lightning round at the end where we go back through everything. Let's, for the sake of time, move things along. Alright. I've got some little guys here. Oof. Oh man, I'm really sorry, guys. Alright, so this is channel inlay. And what that means is, so in between all the individual stones, there's these little pieces of silver that create these little channels. So it's very modern art. I love straight lines on things that aren't that are curved. Like a basketball, that's a really cool design. So I love stuff like this. Thank you, Karen. I saw Spider-Man a few days ago, so I'm pretty emotionally drained. It's a big day for me. So we have 2 of these. I think they are different designs. Oh man. So I'm gonna call this one A and then B. They're the same price. Normally they are $180. With the 40% off, we're doing $108, which ain't bad. Let me actually put this back up. I think that's what's messing me up. Is we have a weird height. There we go. That's a lot better, actually. We're just playing jazz with it. We're live. All right. Hi, Sharon. Cool. So we have A right here and B, $108 a piece. Could you tell what kind of turquoise this is just by looking at it? Because
It's hard to say, honestly.
With that coloration, would you say Royston at all?
No, I don't think so.
But okay. Ella Cowboy is the artist. Betty, how's that look? Is that coming through a little bit clearer?
Looks a lot better, yeah.
Cool. Yeah, I think the harsh black against it just messes with the contrast. Alright, so we have 2 of these. I think they're dope. We had a bunch, but I think we sold a few of them. These have been on before. Some of this stuff has been on 1 or 2 times, but it fit the theme, so that's why it's here. I did a poll. Did you see my little poll I did on the inner circle?
I did not.
Where I was like, hey, I made these boxes, you pick. There was like 1 vote for animals, which there's some cool stuff in that animal box. And then I had a big piece one that got a few, but this was like overwhelmingly the winner. I think this had like 12. Oh, cool. Sharon just took 2B. Got you, Sharon. Cool. All right. Congratulations. Thank you. You have a pen? Cool.
Yeah.
So we beat a drum on here to kind of thank you and kind of send the jewelry off on its journey. So thank you, Sharon. We'll get that. I'll invoice you after the show. Cool. All right. So this next piece is probably the one that I think gave me the idea. This is so cool. Again, I like straight lines on curved things. I think it's a really cool aesthetic. So I love these Tetris-y little pieces of turquoise. Thank you, Tracy. Like, this is so cool to me. This, like, cab that's all just these little rectangular pieces. Like, just the amount of time it would take to cut all these stones. Because they don't come like this. You don't buy a bag of square turquoise stones, right? I'm assuming?
If they're calibrated, yes. Oh. But with this type of shape, no. You have to cut them by hand.
And they're even, like, they're curved too. Like, this is wild. I think this is...
you have to curve the bottom of them, too, to match the curve of the bracelet.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because they're not, like, flat. Like, they're flush with it.
Yep. So
cool. Let me get a measurement for you. I don't think I have an artist. Oh, I do. Beavis. How would you pronounce this? T-S-A-D-I-S-D... No.
I can't even see the
Sorry. T-S-A-D-I-A-S-I. Because I don't ever want to mispronounce somebody's name, because that's mean, and I don't want to do that.
I don't know.
Yeah, I don't want to butcher it, but we'll put it in there, and we'll find out any info, too, if anybody's interested. Would you say this is Kingman turquoise?
It looks like it.
Ooh, I'm learning. That's just it's mostly Kingman most of the time. So
honestly, it just sometimes
a safe bet.
Really depends because you can find some Kingman that looks like Royston.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's just percentage wise, I feel like that's the one that gets called out the most. So it's like my best chance if I guess.
Yeah. All
right, so we're looking at about 5 inches end to end. With a 1 1/4 inch gap, so 6 1/4 on this one. I don't think we would be able to move this at all in either direction, size-wise, just because of those stones.
6 1/4?
Yeah.
Okay.
If we tried to stretch that out, those stones would just. It's not gonna happen. I'm not even gonna. It's bad. Size it's 6 1/4, Betty. So the actual cuff itself is 5 inches end to end, and then it has an 1 1/4 gap right here.
And 40% off, that is quite a hefty discount.
Yeah, so it started at $1,200 with the discount. We're down to $720. So what is that? $480 off?
Yep.
That's nuts. And you get to own something this cool? And this is rope wire or twist wire right here?
I think it's rope wire.
Okay. Because it looks, or maybe I'm crazy. I can't tell if it's different along the cuff itself and then the cab.
Yeah. It looks like they're 2 different wires.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking too. I'm trying to get it in focus.
Because the one around the cab or the middle, is looks more like twist wire.
Mm-hmm.
But the ones on the sides of the cuff looks like twist, or not twist, rope.
Yeah, this is a good price, and this isn't gonna. These prices aren't coming around often. So if you're waiting for some cool stuff, or you know somebody who would appreciate it, now's the time. I would just jump on it. I own so many things because now was the time. I bought an Xbox that way. Alright, we'll move on to number 4. This one's pretty similar to the last one, but it has just a normal cab in the middle instead of the kind of mosaic-y design of that last one. Come on. So we're still doing the Tetris, turquoise, I almost said Legos. Sorry, Trisha, the price on that last one was $720 after the discount. This has some Lego vibes, I'd say. I think it's cool. I'm a Lego guy.
I just see Tetris.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that too. It's so cool. I love this. This is so rad. So it's the same artist. The name that I won't pronounce for fear of doing a bad job. Our original price on this... Oh, there's stamps on the inside. That's so cool.
What's the size on it?
Let's see. It looks pretty similar to the last one, so I wouldn't be surprised if it's the same. You're looking at, yep, 5 inches, 1.25 inches. So yeah, 6.25 inches on this one. Same price as the last one. Sharon, you know what? I'm going tomorrow. I just bought our tickets. We have like a group of like 6 of us. I'm taking my little brother. I'm stoked. So $540 for this one after the discount. Every time I'm like, whoa, that's like almost half. Like, yeah, idiot. That's what 40% is.
That's what that 40% will do.
Right. Yeah, Shelly, it's cool. Like I love stuff like this, like weird, like mashups. Cool matrixing in the stone right there. And then it sticks out a little bit too. Try to get a good angle just to show you the depth of the stone. It's too small for me to wear, so I don't want to try it on just for fear of hurting myself. All right. Now we're doing some of Diego's stuff. He's an artist here in-house here at T.Skies. What else? What is your job title, Diego?
I have many things under my belt.
Lots of hats. Lots of hats.
Right now, the primary one is piecework manager.
Piecework manager. And what does that mean for our folks?
So all our piecework for our signature line, it's basically I help decide who works on what assignment, and also take on a great majority of the assignments as well to get all the production made.
So all the stuff that's on our website, all of our rings and earrings and all that, Diego doles it out and tells everybody what to do. Facebook doesn't show us the price in chat. It should just pop up in that comment that we're doing. I don't know. Let's try putting it at the front, maybe? I'll make sure to say it out loud too, and so these are all. So all 3 of these are the same price. I'll show a close up of each of them. They're all the same, not stone, but call it a shell. Yeah, I guess it's a fish. Yeah, so it's all purple spiny oyster. Although this one's almost got like a brown or like kind of reddish hue to it.
Yeah.
That's cool. I like those.
That's what I like about Spiny Oyster is like depending on how long.
Yeah, that gradient is crazy. So there's so many colors you can get out of it. Shelly loves the flower motif. Yeah, these are cool. I'm trying to not catch the light too bad because if I hit it, then the backs just disappear. So these are all studs. $40 a pair. Is your signature on the back of them? Did you have
no,
room?
not on these ones.
Okay.
I think I just have a sterling stamp on the back, maybe.
So these were made here in the shop, somewhat recently. So we're doing $40 a piece for these. We'll do A, B, and C, and when I post pictures, I'll do close-ups so you can see the actual differences in the stones. And if you, oh man, I'm a disaster. If you'd like to see a specific one up close, I can do that for you too. That's easy. I'm so sorry about all the camera work. It's a part that I just haven't really figured out yet. Shep can do it without like even looking at it. And like have everything like perfectly aligned and it's never blurry, it never hurts to look at. And then I come up here and woo. Alright.
The silver is just so reflective.
Yeah, it's that's I think that's what's messing with it too, is it's just making it so bright. Alright. Put these here. Try to keep them in order as best I can. Alright, so I have 2 of these for number 6. 2 sterling silver overlay cuffs. They're not the same, they're the same price and size. But we have 2 distinct designs right here. Kiva step, right? Is what you call this one?
I think that's what Shep said, yeah.
Mm-hmm. And then this kind of arrows into like a hourglass kind of thing in the middle. This is really cool. Let me get a size. I don't have an artist. Oh, actually, this is a singer. They're both Tommy. I didn't know that. These are both Tommy and Rose Singer cuffs. I honestly thought that they only did pendants. That's so cool. What a nice surprise. Let's see. So we're looking at 5.5 with about 1.25 inches gap. So 6 3/4. So I could wear this. So that fits on me. That's like pretty much exactly my wrist size. So just to give you an insight to show how it fits. And if you're not sure what your wrist size is, if you just measure the thinnest part here, because that's where you would put it on. That's just inches is how we're doing it. Rings, I'm not sure the formula, how you measure your finger and then turn those inches into a size, but
there's a chart.
Yeah, I bet. So this is all overlay work. So it's the same as that pendant where it's one solid piece of silver on the inside, and then everything is hand cut and then applied on there. Is it welded on, or do you solder it? How do you?
It's soldered on.
Okay. I was like, is it just glue?
No, before you bend the cuff, you solder it, and then you bend it together.
That's cool. Really? I bending it after it's soldered on, that wouldn't...
No?
Huh. I thought that you put everything in you got the shape first, and then you kind of went... That makes more sense.
It depends on what you're doing. Because if you're doing like the sun-to-sun thing, like all the inlay stuff, then you have to bend it first and set everything like that. But something like this where it's just metal that bends easily, you would solder it first and then bend it together.
I guess if you're only bending it like once, that wouldn't I would just worry about it weakening the soldering.
Yeah.
I don't know anything, y'all. I do the computer stuff upstairs.
No, the soldering is a pretty strong connection.
Okay. So these both were originally, what, $225? Yep. After the discount, we're down to $135 a piece for these. So we'll call this one A up top, and then B down here. So A is a Kiva step, and then B is the kind of arrow cross design. So $135 a piece for these. And if anybody has questions on anything or wants to see a close-up, I'm trying my best to win the fight with the camera today. But I will do close-ups for you and show you any details or anything. Alright. We'll move on to number 7. This is heavy. This is a lot of silver right here.
Ooh.
Let me get off the scale. Actually, if I can find it quickly there.
Yeah, that's 2 thick pieces of silver soldered together.
Yeah, so this is overlay too?
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
You can see when you have it on the side, you can see that little line in the middle.
Oh, the seam? Yeah, that's so cool. Alright, if I can get this thing to work, we'll live on air weigh it. So this is like 72 grams of straight silver. That's wild. So it's a good heavy one. But also, if you're just collecting silver, I mean, you can do whatever you want with it. I don't have Emerson. I don't know if you can see that stamp in there. That's all I have for a Hallmark. How would you describe this design? What do you see when you look at it? I think...
Honestly, I see like a forest trail.
Okay, I thought like trees and bushes and stuff.
Yeah.
I'm also seeing like a lightning bolt through the clouds. I don't know if I'm crazy for that.
I can see that too.
This thing is solid. Like, it just feels good to hold. I'm going to say it looks like it's a little bit bigger than my wrist, so I'd say it's about a 6 3/4. But I feel pretty confident that that's not going anywhere.
Time to bring out that tape measure.
I'm going to measure it for you and get an accurate reading. Again, I don't have that weird Shep sense where I can just look at a piece of jewelry and know every piece of information. So it's 5.5 with a...
1.5?
Yep, 1.5.
So 7 inches.
So yeah, size 7. And I think theoretically we could make that a little bit bigger, smaller, but that's...
It'll be hard.
We're strong. Like, I don't know. That's tough. This is so cool. So overlay cuff, a lot of overlay today. I've noticed that in the geometry designs. I guess it makes sense if you're cutting things. Cutting metal, it's probably a lot easier to just cut in straight lines. Yeah, Kathleen, I'm not sure about the flex. Wow, is that really the price?
That's what it says on number 7.
Yeah, so this was $600. It's down to $360, which is crazy.
For all that silver, that's a good
yeah.
price.
How much is silver right now? Do you know off the top of your head?
I checked last night. It was like $22 an ounce.
22 an ounce. How many grams are in an ounce?
I have no idea.
28, I think. I could be wrong. I don't know. We can't do math on. I can't do math like on the fly like this. I need a script. I need to be prepared. All right. So Emerson is the artist on this. I'm not sure exactly more.
28 grams in an ounce.
Okay. So this is 72 grams. And all right. We're good. That's the most math we need to do. It's like what, 3 or 4 ounces? I don't know. Look, it's fine. Moving on. Have one more, I think, overlay for the day. 2 or 28. Oh, thank you, Shelly. I ask questions to people as if we don't have like the internet.
Yeah. I mean, you're hosting right now, so...
If I just stop the show dead to look at my phone for 2 minutes while I look up and try to do math. So this is another overlay. The artist is F.R. Ortiz. It's a very small hallmark in there. Let's see if I can... It's got this cool... Is that like a bear claw, you think?
I think so, yeah.
So we're doing overlay again. I like this design a lot. It almost looks like the Power Rangers. I see you, Sue. I like this like thin piece that just goes through the middle.
Yeah.
That's really cool. Oh, what? So do you think this was, do they stamp out the metal, like hole punch it? Or like how exactly do you think this was done? Because that threw me off that it's like solid back here. I thought it would have been 3 separate pieces all the way to the end.
So, yeah, there are different methods you could definitely take to get this look.
Uh-huh.
The one would be the cutting it and then soldering it, but there is no like solder seam. So they either did they die struck it, punched it out, or they drilled holes and sawed it to the point where they wanted it to be.
Mm-hmm. So cool. That's just like it's, you know, you don't think about like the effort that goes into something. You just like look at it and throw it on like, oh, that's cool. But like the amount of time and just like effort and pain.
Yeah.
It's very interesting.
I know that
to me.
pain very well.
Yeah. So let me measure it for you. The original price on this one was $5. And we are down to what? 300?
Yeah.
Damn. So we're looking at 5 inches for the actual cuff itself, with a 1 1/4 inch gap, so we're about 6 1/4. F.R. Ortiz is the artist. I got you, Jenny. I'll do a close-up on them for you. I can just do that right now, actually.
Yeah.
There's no formula to this. There's no script.
It's a Manic Monday.
Yeah, I mean.
You know.
Okay. Alright, let me just take a look at this. Okay, Jenny, this is for you. So these are Diego's. He's here in the building. He's in the room with me right now. So they're all Spiny Oyster. They're all the same price. They're all 40. But here is A. I'll try to give you a good look at each of them. I'd say that's the darkest purple. This one's a little bit lighter. This is B. I think this one's my favorite of the 3. I like this one.
It's my favorite too, honestly.
Looks very spacey. And then this is C right here, which has... Oh, come on.
A more like reddish hue to it.
It's got some browns and some reds in there. Oh, so I'm gonna let Ginny pick first, Sharon, and then you got the other 2, if you'd like. So this is C right here. So Ginny, you let me know which one you'd like, and then Sharon. I think Sharon will take the other 2. Let me try to. Ginny wants B. Okay, so I'll set that aside. All right. Sharon 44. So this is A and C. Would you like A and C or just A? You tell me. I'm gonna make sure everybody gets what they want. So. Just wait. I love the delay. It's 5A. Gotcha. It's like almost 30 seconds. Did you know that? The delay. I watch it on this screen when we do it sometimes. Alright, so this is Ginny.
Okay.
And this is
Sharon 44.
And I know who those. Oh, Sharon, I see. So, I gotta be jump on there.
Yeah. Jump on the screen.
Yeah. Okay, so Sharon 44 on YouTube got 5A, so Sharon Barnett on Facebook. It's funny that you're both doing it at the same time. So the only one I have left is C. Sharon Saunders Barnett. So if you're interested in this one, it's yours. But A sold just right before you. I'm going to move this over. But Sharon on Facebook, it's yours if you want it. Okay. We were on A. Oh, cool. We're on yours again. Cool. 9.
Yeah. That's a perfect transition.
All right. Yeah, right. So this is the other piece from Diego that we have today. It's actually 4 different bracelets, and I'll go through each one. They're all the same price. They are all the same size. Let me measure for you. You want to, while I get some info? Oh, Mitzi Corona. It's funny. My wife's name is Mitzi. She spells it with an I-E, though. I've only ever seen like 4 people with that name in the world, so it's kind of interesting anytime I do. All right, Diego, you want to give us an info dump while I get some measurements on this?
Yeah, so these bracelets are all, I want to say they're about 6 inches, excluding the extender chain.
Yes, so with the extender, they're about 7.5. Ooh, almost 8 actually if I pull it taut. Without it though, let's see. Yeah, like 6.5, maybe a little bit less.
Around there.
All right. So 6.5 on these, up to 7. Oh, sold 9 with turquoise.
The turquoise one is the one with orange spiny as well.
So is that okay? So this has turquoise and spiny. I'm gonna throw it over there for you, Sharon. And if not, I can put it back up here. I'm sure we'll take care of it. Is one purple spiny?
Yes, the one that's like lined up against the measuring tape is purple spiny. There's also one in the back that is orange spiny and purple spiny together.
Yep. So Here's the just purple. Ooh, come on. So here's just the purple spiny on this one. I like that one. Here's just the orange. And then this one has purple and orange spiny on it. Actually, no, I think this is my favorite. That one's cool.
And they are $75 each.
$75 a piece. Handmade. Purple spiny sold. Gotcha. This is for Sharon 44.
Thank you guys. With the 1-inch extender, they should fit a 7-inch. Yes.
Okay, so purple and orange is gone too. So all that's left is just the orange spiny that's on screen. There's 75, Kathy. I'm always glad when we can sell your guys' stuff on the show. Oh wow, okay, hold on. So Libby wants 9. So Libby, the only one we have left is this one with the orange. Is that okay? 'Cause if it is, I'll throw it back there for you. So Sharon Barnett got the purple and orange and turquoise ones. Yeah, these are cool, good, like, I'm assuming this is I'm gonna put it back there for you, Libby. If not, let me know and I'll bring it back out.
Those sold. Do our drumming?
Yeah.
Because we haven't been doing
that. Those sold so quick. I didn't have time to go through it. Alright, thank you everybody who's bought something. I'm sure I missed a few people, but thank you guys so much. No, but thank you. Okay, so this orange spiny is still up for grabs, y'all, so I'll throw it on camera one more time. Yeah. So it's about 6.5 before the chain, 7 to 8 overall with that extender. $75, handmade by Diego Cruz here in the shop. So you're supporting. Money goes straight to the artist for this, which is pretty cool. All right, so I will move this.
And all this money will be used towards my next show, which is going to be the first one of February.
The first show, do you know the date?
I think it's February 5th. It could be wrong.
So first Saturday, Mitzi, I will. You know what? Will you throw my thing up in the chat? Mitzi, message me on Facebook, and I will look through the gallery for you and see what I can find. I don't have anything here that matches that right now. It's mostly cuffs, but I watch movies all day, so I can go find you something in the gallery.
And I was right. My next show is on February 5th.
February 5th, which is a Saturday, will be Diego's next show. So all the proceeds from his stuff that sold today go straight to that. All right, number 10 now. This one's cool. I like this. I don't really understand how you make something like this, but I think it's really awesome. So
lots of dedication.
Yeah. Do you know how, is this overlay, would you call it, technically? Because it's...
Technically, I think so.
Silver soldered on silver on top of it. So that's like... You can put things like, what's the word? Like a shadow box, kind of.
Yeah.
It has depth between each of these, like, spines. So this is some thick silver. I don't think I can... It's probably a little too small for me. So the artist I see on there is T. John. I don't know if you can... It's right. It's really small. I feel bad because some of these artist marks just like are so small that they just disappear over time.
T. John, yeah.
Alright, so this is cool. How would you... I'm sorry I'm relying on you. Can you walk me through how this would be made? Same deal, right? You would just cut the... Is this like wire?
This one would be a little different.
Okay.
So, you would have... So I think the way you would do this one is you take your blank sheet.
Which is this?
The backing of it, yeah.
Okay.
And then on the edges of it, you would solder the 2 flat wires.
Right here.
So on the left and the right.
Yep.
Yeah. And then you would also do the same thing
to the top and bottom.
Through the rest of it, yeah. For all that middle part.
That's just so cool.
And then you would cut off the ends and then solder that end cap piece.
Oof, man. That's a lot of work.
It is a lot, and to weigh that down so that it all touches the metal correctly, like.
I like how it's like not like it's pretty straight along, but then there's like the little like imperfections. I think that's so cool. Yeah. It adds a lot of character because it might have been completely perfectly straight like when it was made, and just over time has just kind of gotten dinged.
That, and it also could have been from bending the bracelet too.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, the waves in it from trying to stretch it or close it in. So the artist on this one was T. John. I'm gonna measure it. The original price on this was $750. With the discount, we are down to $450. So that's $300 that you're saving. Let's see. So we're looking at about 5.5 for the actual cuff, and then about a 1 1/4 inch gap. So we're looking at about 6 3/4. There's not really any give to this, so I don't think that size is changing at all. But this is so cool. Plus, it's also just a lot of silver, also.
Yeah.
I like the black in the back. I think that's just that, like that shade of black. I think just looks really good.
Yeah, honestly, because like that's part of my favorite thing whenever I do my chip inlay rings. Is that when I just have the two pieces of wire soldered together, it has a nice black on the inside.
Yeah, it's cool.
I don't want to do anything to it, but at the same time, it's like it has a purpose.
Alright, we're gonna move on. I didn't realize this was so cuff heavy. Now I feel like I did a bad job putting this box together, but
I mean, some shows are like that, you know?
We have a lot of cuffs. There's a lot of stuff up there, but there's a lot of cuffs. It seems like that's, I don't know if that's like the most popular thing to make. Would you say that you think that more people just gravitate towards it because it's bigger and it's more noticeable than like a ring or a pair of earrings?
I think so. Now, you know, if you have a bunch of rings, you're going to be damaging those a lot when you're grabbing things, you know?
Would you say...
Oh, this is casted.
Sand cast or tufa cast? Because I have a really hard time telling the difference.
I think maybe sand casted. Let me see the inside of the cuff.
Looks pretty...
Yeah, I think... I mean, I could be wrong, you know?
It's some kind of cast, and so we're going to say it's sand cast, and what that means is that you basically carve a shape into sand, and then you just pour this molten silver in there. It hardens. Yeah, okay, this one's rad. I like this one a lot. It hardens in there, and then you pull it out, and that's why it has this kind of like texture. What would you call that? Pocky kind of texture, would you say?
Yeah,
or what?
The grainy texture?
Mm-hmm. So that's like from the individual grains of sand that make all these little like divots and everything. I think it's so cool. And then to have just like this smooth, perfect baby blue stone on top of it, it's such a good contrast. Let's see. Artist on here is... I'm not sure. It just says FMU, it looks like, on that little shield shape thing in the middle. Oh, man.
It's probably just their initials.
Yeah. Maybe just FM. This thing is cool. It's got that cool, like, rug pattern along the sides. Let me get a measurement for you. So it's tall. It's about 1 inch tall. So it's I think the biggest cuff here today. We're looking at 5.5 on the inside with a 1.5 inch gap. So that's a size 7. And I like that the stone is offset, so it's not perfectly in the middle, if you can tell. So depending on where you wear it, it's kind of like, if you follow the tattoo rules, it points inward, so it draws attention to you when you're, throwing your hands around when you're talking. What's your best guess on the turquoise? King Man? It's got some cool, like, little white flecks in the stone.
Yeah, that's a very Kingman characteristic right there.
It's catching the light pretty bad. Let me see if I Turn off light.
No, there's only one light on it.
Yeah. Yeah, this turquoise is so... It's like spacey. I could like just stare at it. I think that's the best I'm gonna get with this camera.
Yeah.
It looks like a little egg. A little robin egg. And then this is beach shot on the side. And that's just where they just drop the hot silver on it, right? And it just kind of looks like that, right? Is that how it's done?
It's not so much that it's dropped onto the piece itself.
Uh-huh.
They make the little drops separately and they
Oh, okay. Right. That makes more sense. But yeah, that's a cool little technique. All right. So the original price on this one was $750 down to $450, $300 off. Super cool. Artist is FM. I don't know who that could be. TBH. All right. Let's go on to 11 or to 12. So we just had Isaac Curry's on last week, and he had a bunch of Thunderbirds, and people seemed to go nuts for him.
And then Chef found some more.
And then Chef found some more.
And they all went nuts again.
And they sold those too. So I think this is like one of two that we have left in the building. So this is a big pendant. So it's Mosaic Inlay. So each of these little shapes is a different stone or shell. I think this is mostly shell, just with these two little turquoise on the sides, and then all the detail in the face.
Let's see, there's
10 sold.
Right.
All right, Linda. Cool. Linda just took 10. I will throw this over there. That's awesome. I like when pieces that I've seen in the gallery a lot, the ones that catch my attention when they sell. It's like Andy give his toys away. You know, it's just like, yeah, you go live your adventure. All right, Linda, thank you so much. Diego's writing down your stuff. We'll get you invoiced. So this is a bolo, if you couldn't tell from all the leather. But this is mostly mother of pearl and abalone, you'd say?
It looks more like labradorite.
I know that there is some labradorite in there. You don't think there's any shell? Or am I...
no, yeah, there's abalone.
Okay.
By the bottom right wing.
Down here?
One up. And then, yeah, I think that's it.
Uh-huh. It has that kind of greenish, northern lightsy kind of glow to it. Yeah, I think this is labradorite in the middle, just kind of like the chest piece.
Those lines in it is a very labradorite.
This thing just like catches the light in such a cool way as it moves around.
And this is a bolo tie.
Yep. So the tips have stamps on there. Come on, camera, work with me. Don't focus on my hand. There we go. So they're different. So this one has up top has little triangles. Then we have little like sun rays, it looks like, on the other one. I'm trying to hold it the best I can to get the detail. I'm gonna assume this is a hand braided cord because I feel like that's what he does. The fastener on the back, the loops, it's just a simple 8, or is that a figure 8 loop? Is that like the term for it?
Yeah.
So that way it's just really easy to pull the cords through and adjust it. And it stays where you need it to. And then on the back, I don't know if you can really see it, but it's just one massive piece of shell on the back. So that's the base of it. It's almost like overlay, so that's the base, and then all these little pieces are cut, shaped, and glued up top. Or not glued, but...
If you pull the cord out, you can see the backing of the figure 8, his signature and all that.
Pull it all the way through.
Yeah.
Ooh, what if I can't get it back? Come on. There we go. Oh, cool. All right, so nice. Oh, good call. Yeah, see, so there's all his stuff in the back. His little Thunderbird.
The rain cloud.
I see right here. So if you're a fan of his work, this is like the piece. This is so dope. I love the little, he said he uses Hishi beads for his eyes. Did you know that? Isn't that cool?
Yeah, I was there when they were doing the show, and I was like, I really want to do that now.
Oh, wow. Look at the way that chest is catching the light now that I have it at this angle. That is so dope, y'all. So the original price on this was $900. We're down to $540 on this.
Can you believe that?
I mean, just that, even just that as a pendant. That's so rad. Here, I'll measure it for you. So top to bottom, we're looking at about 3 inches. With it's about 2 1/4 wide. That's so cool. I don't wear a lot of jewelry, but like I look at this stuff and it's just like I get it. You know, like I understand why people do.
Yeah.
Oh, come on. Alright, so that's everything. Alright. Just gonna put this here. I will do that when I'm not on camera struggling. Alright. Let's see. Love those Thunderbirds. Yeah, he had a lot of cool ones too, and we blew him out. I think he only had 1 piece left when he left on during his show.
Yeah,
from
that
his
was
show.
the last. That was the only piece we had left. Like.
All right, so we do a lightning round at the end. If anybody has any questions or wants to see anything up close while I do this, just call it out. We're paying attention. So I guess we'll just go back to number 1. Right? We can just jump back to the beginning. I keep thinking that there's stuff we're not saying, we're forgetting to say. Some crucial info that we're not including.
You know, it's Monday.
Yeah.
It's gonna happen.
And y'all know the score. You know the deal. You're here all the time. All right. So number 1, we have Tommy and Rose Singer pendant with Spiny Oyster. It is coming through a little bit darker, the stone through the camera, but it's really cool. It's very. It almost looks like sun bleached, which gives that like oceany vibe. I feel. So this is all overlay. It's about 3.5 inches when it hangs. The pendant itself is 2.5 by 1.5. That stone raises up a little bit, so that's pretty cool. And then we have their signature on the back. So this one is $270 after the 40% off.
I see. Can I see the bell? Or not the bell, the bezel.
Bezel. This?
Yes.
The bezel, vocabulary word, is what's around the stone.
I think that might be hand cut.
That looks like it.
Yeah.
Because those aren't perfect. I can see that they're like different sizes. Or
yeah,
like, you know.
hand cut bezel right there.
And that's tough.
The bezel is so thin.
Yeah.
One wrong move and you can bend the whole wire.
You ruin it.
Yeah.
So just the amount of work that goes into this is so cool. Like just to cut like that little tiny rectangle of silver. And then to do it twice. Come on, y'all. And I don't know, that's just cool. I love stuff like that. Like
same here.
All right, moving on to number 2. I only have 1 left. We sold the other one, but it's this tiny, or not tiny, I guess it's a good size, about 1 inch. It's this little channel inlay turquoise pendant.
Into your palm.
Into my palm, yes. That's the trick. We figured out. My dry hands. All right. So channel inlay means that there's those little silver bars that are like this, like the size of staples. So the fact that people can like manipulate that, come on, that's wild. I don't have an artist. Oh no, Ella Cowboy is the artist. There's her stamp on the back. It's just an E. If you can see that, E for Ella. Original price was $180 down to $108. All right. Number 3, which I think is the star of the day. This is my MVP of the day.
It's one of my favorite things from
This
today
is
too.
so cool. Like
every time I see this come on, I was like, I wish I could get this for myself.
So we have all these individual little cut turquoise rectangles, which are also curved to fit on there, which like I mostly do computer stuff. I've messed around with some of the jewelry stuff. Cutting stones like that is a pain. It's hard. It sucks. So to be able to do that like that, that's crazy to me. Because like when they get small like that, they just shatter in your hands sometimes when you're like trying to grind them down.
I was making my Trinity rings earlier, hand cutting the stones for that, and like 5 of them just shattered completely as soon as it touched the wheel.
Yeah. So to like have all these little individual like tiny little pieces that just fit. Oh, that's so cool. And then we have some stamping on the inside, these kind of flower designs, which is just like a little extra for you. Artist is that name that we're afraid to pronounce wrong. I'll get a close-up for you so you can, if you're interested. Beavis. Sajiasi. Does that sound right to you? Just knowing phonetics. I think that'll work.
I think that'll work, but we're probably saying it wrong.
Yeah, I'm sure.
Regardless.
It's like my biggest fear is like mislabeling or mispronouncing somebody's name.
Shep would know.
Yeah, Shep would come down here and be able to say it perfectly, and yeah. So this one was originally $1,200. What's the price after it? $720. So that's $480 you're saving on this. Size 6 1/4. So it's about 5 inches or 5.5 all around, and then about an inch
and a
quarter through the middle. All right. Moving on to number 4, which is its cousin. So it's that same idea, same vibe through the cuff itself with the individual mosaics, these smooth little pieces of turquoise, and then you have a cool nugget cab to give it some really cool contrast. You have the rope wire, twist wire around the cab, and then the cuff itself. More stamping on the inside. Different flowers, but flowers all the same. That's cool. I like that they did different ones. Oh, come on. Try to get it good. Starting price was $900 down to $540. So all these last ones, except for number 2, qualify for layaway, which is easy to do. Cool. All right, moving on to number 5. So we have one pair of Diego's Spiny Oyster earrings. Let's see. Oh, come on. So this is C, I believe, is the last one.
Yep.
So it's got that kind of brown tan.
Deep purple with like small hints of red and pink.
Really cool. So $40 on these. Is this the last pair like this you have, period?
Yeah.
Ooh.
Because the only other pair of these flower earrings they have is a set of soda light.
But no more with Spiny
Spiny.
Oyster. Do you have some keyword hints you can throw at us for your next show of stuff you're doing? Are you doing the Tetris?
I should.
Oh yeah, dude! I want to see it. I think it'd be so cool. How would you do?
Yeah.
How would you do it? What are your ideas? What jumps to your head immediately for it?
Well, immediately, square-shaped stones, solder the bezel cups together on like a little sheet, so I can just set them together, and I can just see pens.
Oh, cool! Rose Martin just took these.
Rose Martin, thank you.
All right. So we only have one bracelet of yours left.
Yeah. Yeah, for my show, it's I'm trying my best to get more heart-shaped stones, because that was the whole point of the show. That's why they asked me. They're like, "Hey, do you do this?" So it's perfect for Valentine's Day.
It's in with the season.
Yeah. No, I just won a lot of stones in a company game. So.
Yeah, we had our Christmas party on Saturday night. That was pretty fun. We did a gift exchange, white elephant gift exchange, and then basically, if you didn't steal anybody's gifts, you got entered into a thing to like win a prize. And it actually came down to Diego and my wife playing a game of liar's dice, and I didn't understand it, but I knew that the stakes were high, so I was.
It was extremely high, and I won.
Diego ended up winning, and that's probably good because I don't know what we would have done with those stones. So I'm glad that I went to somebody who can use them. But it was a good time. All right, so 5's gone. Number 6. 2 overlay cuffs from Tommy and Rose Singer. Both the same size, both the same price. Calling this one A with the Kiva steps, and then with these arrows, I want to say B. I didn't even realize that. They kind of match a little bit. You can do these together as a set.
As a little stacker set, I would love that.
Tina says she loves your earrings. Her earrings that she got from you.
Oh, so you did get them. Awesome. No one told me.
She came by the other day and picked up a bunch of stuff. Yeah, she popped in.
Awesome. I'm glad.
So this is overlay work again. So it's the solid silver piece in the back, and then all this is hand cut, placed, soldered, and then shaped, which is a lot of work. So these are 6 1/4 each. They're both the same size, and they're $135 a piece. So together, what is that? $270? That ain't bad.
Yeah. For a little stacker set like that, it's not bad at all. All the work
and those
to clean that out.
Right there, like that's just good together, 2 of them. One on each hand. Do a Wonder Woman thing. I like this one. I think is the one I like better.
Same
between
here.
the two. That just makes me think of like ancient treasure, Indiana Jones kind of thing. All right, that was 6. Let's move on to 7. This is the big boy. I guess that 11's the big boy. This one's heavy though. What did we 72 grams of silver on this guy? So overlay again, size 7. It's got this kind of cool. Diego thinks like a forest trail through the trees. I think a little bit more lightning, but I like the jagged thing up the middle with the kind of curvy shapes on the side. $360 for this after the discount. 40% off. 8. This is the last overlay cuff, I promise. I know that there's a lot today. So we have this one size 6 1/4, $300 after the sale. I don't know. Do we have an artist on this? Oh yeah, F, R, or T's. Ooh. And Emerson was the artist on that last one, I believe. Come on. Yeah, with that bear paw in the middle. Alright, moving on. This is Diego's last piece that we have for the show today. So it'd be pretty cool if we could sell him out. Because that means that I did a good job.
Yes.
And that's all I ever wanted. What size did we figure out this was? Like 6 1/2?
It was like 6 1/4, I think, actually.
Mm-hmm. And then the extender chain, you can go between...
An inch.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Up to, I think, like 7 1/2-ish.
7 1/4, yeah.
So, orange spiny oyster right here. Did you make the pearls too?
So, I bought the pearls when they were high polished,
Mm-hmm.
and then I did the oxidation on them myself.
Cool. So even the pearls have some of his own handmade kind of effort going into
I was
there.
so paranoid because I was so worried that I wasn't going to get a clean.
Oh, cool. Tina Stanley
line.
just took it.
Oh, awesome! Thank you, Tina.
Thank you, Tina. All right. Hell yeah. So we just sold all your stuff today. Cool.
Time to celebrate.
Yeah. I just pulled out like 2 bottles of champagne from behind her. Thank you so much, Tina. That's all the Diego stuff. He asked me if we could like put some into the show. We sold all of it, so we did good. So thank you very much. All right, 10 sold. You just have 2 pieces. This is the big boy today. So number 11. Sean, I'm gonna do a post on the Facebook. I know you're on YouTube, but we can get you in that group too.
I'm gonna post the inner circle link now.
Yep, there's that. Tina loves your art.
This is 11, correct?
Yes. So we think this is sand cast, and the reason for that is if you look at the texture, that's so cool. So when they do this, they pour the molten silver into a design that they've literally dug out in sand, and then it hardens, and then they pull it out, and then they make it look like this. Sean's a VIP. All right. Everybody who watches this show is a VIP, you guys. So it's got this cool rug pattern to it. I even like that it's like, let me see. So this is a different depth than this is a different depth. Like it's 1, 2, 3 layers. That's nuts.
Yeah.
Measure size of stone. Judy, you got it. So we're looking at, it's about a little less than 1 inch. And then a little bit more than 1/2 inch wide. Can this go to a 7 1/4? Oof.
Let's see, what size was it? A 7?
7, maybe. I can try. Before I try, with professional opinion, do you think it's a bad idea?
So I think you can get it open just a tiny bit.
Because I think I can just do that with my fingers, but
Yeah.
I'm worried about popping that off or
No, that
damaging it.
stone should be fine.
I can try. Ooh, I am kind of strong. All right, let's see. I went to the gym today. It's not a big deal. Actually, almost broke my leg on yesterday at the gym.
Oh.
It's really scary. Now I have to limp a little bit. So it's about 5.5 now with a 1 3/4 gap. This is now 7 1/4.
So Subi, if you want it.
So I just stretched this out a little bit, so it's about 7 1/4. So $4.50. That price is insane.
Right?
I'm glad I got to do one of the big pieces because like the animal box has like a lot of little pendants and little pins and stuff. So those deals aren't as crazy. Sold Sue on layaway. Gotcha.
Awesome.
So I'm glad that I got to take advantage of the discount and like do some big ones. Some chompers.
Let's see, 450.
And Sue, I don't know if I have you in our system, so message me on Facebook, and I'll check it right after the show, and I'll make sure that I get your email and get it sent to the right place. All right, we have just one piece, but thank you so much. Here's your drum for you, Sue B. Cool. All right. So Sue got that one on layaway, so it's $4.50. What is $4.50 divided by 4? 112.5?
Oh, I accidentally did times 4.
Math is my worst subject.
112.5. Yeah.
Okay, so that's all she's paying a month. So that's how our layaway system works. So I think it's pretty cool. It's a good way to, if you see something that you need, that you want, that you're getting for somebody, stretch that out over a few months, make it a little easier on yourself. So this is Isaac Curry's, one of his only remaining pendants that not pendants, but thunderbirds we have in stock now. People came out for his show. It was pretty cool. So we have labradorite, we have abalone, we have mother of pearl, we have turquoise.
And Sue says we should have her information already. So.
Okay, I'll find you in there. If not, I'll message you and I'll take care of you. So this is a bolo. We have some stamping on the tips. Little triangle on one, little suns on the other. We have his signature. Ooh, sorry. Underneath the cord. It's a good little figure 8 loop. The whole back is just one, I think for the most part, one big piece of mother of pearl.
Yeah.
That's a clam, right?
Yeah.
Or a scallop? I know abalone comes from scallops. I think that's interesting. Cool. And he uses a hishi bead for the eye, which I think is pretty cool. So this one was $900 down to $540. So this qualifies for layaway also. I think it's what, $90? No. I don't know. We don't need to do the math right now.
Wait, what?
What's the layaway on on this one?
Sorry, my dad texted me. So
You're good. I was trying to do it in my head, and I'm not very smart.
So 540 divided by 4, $135 a month.
$135 ain't bad.
Not really, no.
And then you could take this off of the cord and use it as a pendant. That's the cool thing. It's versatile. You can do whatever you want with it. I'm not here to tell you what you can and can't do. All right, that's it. I did my best. I did my job. I sold some stuff.
Yep.
Chef should be happy. Diego's happy. I'm happy. All right, guys. I'm gonna take pictures and post everything to the inner circle. People who purchase things, we'll get your invoices sent out quick. I'll do that right after the show too. I think we're good. Any announcements? Do you know who's our artist show this Saturday? Do we? No, we don't have one because it's Christmas.
No, we don't. Because it's Christmas.
We will be closed Friday and Saturday,
yeah.
Which is Christmas Eve and Christmas Day. So Thursday is the last day anybody will be in the building for the weekend. So if you have issues that need taking care of, get those emails in now so we can deal with you and get you settled. And then we'll be back on Monday after that. So we still have, 3 more shows for the week?
2, 3.
Tuesday and Thursday? I don't think we have one on Wednesday, right?
Thursday, yeah. I don't think we have anything scheduled for Wednesday. If we do, we'll find out tomorrow.
Yes. Yeah, Anji comes in and she has all the info. All right. Merry Christmas, you guys. Thanks so much for watching and shopping. And we will see you tomorrow. Have a good one.